What's up, guys? I just want to take a small, brief moment here to kind of talk about life and training and goals and as well as disciplines. Like, you see, the reason why I love day trading is because it can provide me very fast amount of money in a very relative short amount of time for working. Most people in America, will go to work between 8 hours to 12 hours a day. If you're in healthcare professions, you probably work 12 hours a day as nurse, doctors, pharmacists, and maybe some dentists, as well as other healthcare associate careers as well. But most people do like 8 hours a day, and then after that, they go home, spend time with family. During the time at work, they barely have time for themselves besides the breaks or lunch or during the break time. So pretty much most of us wake up in the morning, go to the car, start a car, stuck in the traffic all day long in the traffic, and then go to the cubicles of the office, and then just start working our asses off and start to make money, pay the bill, pay the rent, barely minimum, to survive with this kind of inflation. So that's why I think trading is very good career. If you know what you're doing, you can pull the profit very fast within the first 2-3 hours of the day, and then you just sign off and go hang out with your family, friends, and then you do the same thing over and over the next day. So that's really good career. But in order to be successful and to be really profitable, you have to spend a lot of time, a lot of money and times, and you will flow up a few accounts, even more. I flow up several accounts, a lot of accounts before it become consistent. Took me a long time. Some people might be able to do that shorter, but in this video, the main goal I want to tell you guys is whatever you do, doesn't matter trading or starting a business or become a writer, become a a guitarist, or become a whatever you want to do, really want to do. You have to know that it's never too late to do anything, and really you have to commit to it and do not give up. Okay, very important. You got to be persistent and do not give up, because once you give up, you will go back to the same old route that you did, which is going to be a 9-to-5 job. And eventually, you're not going to get to anywhere. You're going to be just living a safe life, very safe life, 9-to-5 paycheck, surviving, but you're not going to be able to see the freedom and also the beautiful life that you have in front of you. So the point is, do not give up. You will be under a lot of pressure from your friends, your family, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend. When you first started out trading, you will see a lot of money drawn out and a lot of losses. And people will say that, oh, you're a gambler, you are not gonna make it. But you know what? You gotta prove them wrong. You have to. You have to be really disciplined and really prove yourself and to everyone else that you can do it. And it's gonna take a long time, even if it takes a long time. So this is America. You live in the most freedom country in the world. Just gotta do what your heart loves, right? If you want to be a doctor, go to medical school, take MCAT, get good grades, get in medical school. You want to be a dentist, go to dental school, try to study hard. If you want to be police officer, go to college and then take these classes in college to become police officer and then do it. So there's a lot of jobs out there. Same thing with trading. If you want to be a day trader, then you have to be disciplined and you have to or train yourself to be patient, right? So when you're young, it's easier to do. When you're older, it's harder. It's harder doesn't mean you cannot do it, but it's harder because you have to deal with, paying a bill, taking care of 2 kids, taking care of a wife, a mortgage, all kinds of things. So you're not going to have more flexibility versus a young person. A young person might have just him or herself and then just some income to live day by day. So it's a lot easier to do when you're young, especially in America. You have so many opportunities to become whoever you want to be, right? So that's the thing. So also, stop complaining about your job because really nobody care about, like how suffering you are in your job. Nobody care. Only care about is whether you have money or you don't. They only care about the result, not your current status, unfortunately. And in life, you gotta take the chance and risk. You gotta take the chance and risk, no choice. You gotta plan your escape. How to escape these situations from being stuck in a cubicle working 9 to 5 job to a freedom job that you can just work and make like 4 times, 5 times amount of money in less amount of time, right? It's gonna be hard, but it's doable. There's a lot of traders out there making a lot of money every day that I know of. Like I know some guy who in the market every day between 5 to 10,000 daily on a daily basis, consistently every day. There's some drawdown, but this guy is really good every day. But again, it took him years to become professional. Also, a very important point is going to be you need to know how to learn with failures, okay? They are opportunities to improve yourself. Failure is going to make you feel really horrible when you fail. So, but these feelings are the reinforcement so that you don't do the same mistakes over and over again, okay? They are your teachers. When you improve and no longer have to deal with failure, the victories are going to be, magnified, multiplied by 3, by 10. Every time I take the trade and I make it and successful, I feel really good about it. If it's like not working out, that's fine. I'm just become immune with being a loser because I have lost so many times already. I lost so many fucking times already, a lot of times. So when it comes to losses again, okay, move on. The next trade, move on. Everything is temporary, include your failure, okay? If you look at your failure as a permanent thing, then you're going to be a permanent loser. It's only a temporary, remember that, it's only a temporary status. It's only a temporary loss. Trading is like that. You will have losses, but the loss is only a temporary before the next win. Okay? So, finally, go back to the topic. Do not give up in trading. If you give up in trading, you're just going to go back to your old status, working a 9 to 5 job, stay there for the rest of your life. And you're gonna die still working in this country, unfortunately, especially with this kind of inflation. You're not gonna make it. All right. So, you gotta put more time and effort in learning how to trade. Unfortunately, it's like you want to grow a tree. You want to grow to be a good tree, have a lot of good fruits. You need to put in water. You need to put in time, attention. You need to put caring for it. You need to cut the tree leaves. You gotta take out those, those bad leaves. Spend a lot of time on it, and then eventually, it's gonna grow as a really beautiful tree with a lot of fruits for you to enjoy. That that moment's gonna come if you don't give up on it. A lot of people give up when it's so close to it. I know so many people give up when it's so close to it. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Main point for trading, especially day trading, you need to have two factors. Number one, discipline. Number two, patience. If you have both together, you're gonna make it. You're gonna be so ahead of other people. Ridiculous amount of money in the market. I say ridiculous. Alright? Discipline is something that you have to do the same thing over and over again without exception, and you have to force yourself to do that same thing over and over again. Even sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it's the same thing. You're gonna reinforce yourself to do the same thing over and over without exception. I'm talking about good things, not bad things, as in trading. Okay, so patience is something that you learn along the line. Some people start out trading not having patience, and if they don't give up, eventually they will become patient. They have no choice, but in order to survive, they have to be patient. So these are the two factors in becoming a good professional day trader. So very short video. Just want to share with you guys that. I hope that helps with some of my students. And I'm gonna post this video to YouTube and let them watch it. Kind of enjoy and doing some kind of motivational video. Sometimes I rewatch it, kind of reflecting myself with a long journey. It's been a long time, but it's all well worth it. Alright, see you guys until the next video. Remember, do not give up, stay persistent, and keep grinding until you see the light, until you become successful. Later, bye.